Yeah. Check, check, hey, check, check.
And I should also be in
Yeah,
now.
I'm quiet, but I can hear myself.
Okay. Calvin's in the chat. Um, I can turn you up a bit, but I want to be careful about peaking things too much. How do you feel now?
Check, check, hey, check, check. That's definitely better.
Okay. That keeps you in the yellow. Do I sound okay?
You need to go way up as well.
Okay. That is good to know. I'm going to bring myself up towards the top of the yellow, which this is as loud as I can get myself without actively boosting. So I hope it cuts the mustard, because I think it will have to. Um, yes, so
You're still really quiet.
I don't know why. It says I'm all the way in the yellow on the thing. Is there a setting in my microphone that would be doing this? Like a filter? I don't see any. Properties, advanced audio properties. Yeah, active volume is balanced much higher than anything else. You're certain that this is still too quiet to use, really?
Yeah, you are really quiet. I mean, you can also turn, you can, or you can mute us from the stream for now if you want.
What's that? What?
I was saying, like, you could mute us from the stream if you want. I don't understand, because you don't sound quiet in Discord.
Right, right. It's got to be a setting on my mic or on OBS. What if I do this really, really quick? What if I do this really, really quick? Add a gain. I guess I could add a gain. Let's give this a shot real quick, real quick. Oh, hold on. How does this look? Is this better? How does this look? Is this better?
Much better.
Okay. Turns out I had the mic aux set to invisible as a source.
Huh.
I could see that causing some issues. I'm not too loud now, am I?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Yeah, let me give this one more shot real quick while I've got everything here. I'm gonna mute us both here real quick. Turn myself back on, turn you back on. And all right, for those of you here, welcome to the inaugural night of No Slugger Left Behind, the only Mario Super Slugger CPU versus CPU league where every player is drafted, everybody's playing, nobody's benched, every stadium. I'm Christian, commentator, commissioner, MC, and here to keep me in check is my co commissioner, statistician, and all around baseball knower, Iris. We're going to be taking a look here
Hello.
first, real quick, sorry, before things get moving. First game lined up for everybody tonight. We have Zach's Birdo Bows at the Jungle, Calvin's DK Wilds. I've got these lineups here for you tonight. Now, in the NSLB, we are allowing one star player per team per game, as long as that is one of your later drafts. Not trying to turn superstars into people who are even better. We're just making the little guy have a bit of a chance. Now we've got here tonight Birdo Bows. Gonna start off with Yoshi batting leadoff here, second baseman. Toadsworth, your starting pitcher for the Bows, followed by Birdo at short, Red Pianta catcher, Blue Pianta first baseman, Red Shy Guy at third. Zach will be batting seventh in right field. Red Noki gets the star of this game, center fielder, and Green Noki in left. Meanwhile, on the DK Wilds, leadoff hitter is Calvin, third baseman. Tiny Kong at first, Donkey Kong your starting pitcher on the Wilds, Baby DK in right, Diddy Kong in center, Baby Luigi gets the star on the Wilds side, will be playing short, batting sixth. Seventh batter, catcher Baby Mario, followed by Blue Yoshi out in left, and that leaves Dixie Kong to bat ninth and play second. Now this is a league where a lot of us are pretty new to things. We're going to test how it works. Expect a lot of lineup changes throughout the first part of the season. That's some of the fun of it. The NSLB will have a rule about starting pitchers. Only 2 games in a row. Pitchers must rest at least one in between 2 consecutive weeks. So expect to see some new faces emerge on these lineups as we get into things. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we can see sort of already some potential discrepancies here in the lineups that maybe are gonna get resolved in future weeks. Uh, Zach, I think, has probably one of the better middle infields that you can have with Yoshi and Birdo, both being able to cover a lot of ground. I think it's a little awkward to have the Piantas at catcher and first base, though.
Yeah, they've got some real arms on them. I think first baseman for a Pianta is not the worst position to play. They are big, and they're not bad fielders.
Hmm.
But that arm is. We'll see. Maybe he'll move into the outfield, bring a Noki to catcher, use that ball dash in case. The AI in this game does like to try and squeeze bunt and steal home. Having ball dash it behind the plate could help.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, on Calvin's side, uh, I think we can see sort of maybe not the greatest level of overall average player, but a decent amount of chemistry in there between the Kongs and the babies.
Yeah, I think they'll line up pretty well. I think the start of Baby Luigi is an interesting decision. Baby Luigi traditionally a bit on the weaker side, not much of an arm on him, but if you're keeping him in the infield, maybe that doesn't matter quite as much as in the out. But that star is an all-around boost. It's not just to the visible stats. It'll also improve things like stamina and arm, if I'm not mistaken, as well as things like contact batting size. So that's a boost to everything, even the stats we can't see, and maybe it'll have more of an effect than we realize. We're all still pretty new to the starring mechanic, I believe, so figuring out just how much it does to a player is something we're all going to learn together.
Hmm. Absolutely. And with all that out of the way, should we get right into it?
I think we can. Let me get to playing here. I do not see anybody in the chat from my end quite yet, which is okay. If you are here, feel free to say hello and let me know how things are looking over here. I've got this set up. We will be doing things such that the home team is batting second. I've got it all lined up for us, and I've got all 4 games loaded in the chamber for tonight. So this should go pretty smoothly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you screen share Dolphin on Discord? Otherwise, I'm gonna be like 10 seconds behind.
Yes. Sorry. We've got Yoshi lines out to Baby Luigi at short for the first one quick. Toadsworth batting second here. Another line out. Baby Luigi makes a good dive at that one. Tiny Kong at first, boards our second out.
Kind of a monster strike there from Donkey Kong.
Way outside. Lakitu, I think, needs some new glasses sometimes, but he calls it a strike. It's a strike. Does not matter. Birdo is a board. Real heater from Donkey Kong on that one. Red Peanuts takes it for strike one. Barrel pitch. Is he going to swing at it? Does. Terrible contact straight to Donkey Kong, the pitcher. And that is a 1-2-3. Actually, no, it's not. Somebody got a board. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, meanwhile, Calvin is actually starting out with his Mii. Not necessarily the greatest hitter, although he does hit a line drive over to shallow right field to get on board and to give Dixie Kong here chemistry. Or is this Tiny Kong?
This is Tiny Kong.
Excuse me.
Now, believe it or not, I don't believe Tiny actually has brown chemistry. I believe Tiny's chemistry is light blue.
Oh, interesting.
She also lines out for a double play there. But Donkey Kong would still be happy with a solo shot, I think. Not gonna do it, but it is gonna get down in center in front of Red Noki, and Donkey Kong will get on to first.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Baby DK...
yeah, unfortunately, it is Baby up to the plate,
now,
so...
Baby DK can be a sneaky hitter. I'm willing to say it right now. I think Baby DK has a good shot. Well, not if Birdo's going to suction catch what he's going after. But I think Baby DK has a good shot to have more home runs at the end of this season than Diddy Kong or Dixie Kong. Baby DK can go yard. I've seen it.
All right. Speaking of people who can go yard, we got Blue Piana up to the plate. Wastes no time hitting straight to center off that first pitch.
Red Shy Guy, also going to go for the contact. Fireball item does mess things up a little bit in the outfield, but nobody goes for extra bases. It's Zach. Now, we have 3 Zachs in this league. So we've decided to differentiate them as East, West, and Cowboy, the 3 important regions of the United States. Cowboy Zach, however, is going to line one out to center. Diddy Kong takes it. Still 2 on, now with 1 out for Red Noki.
Yeah, unfortunately we got 2 Nokis up to bat.
Takes a swing on the barrel pitch, probably shouldn't. Double play gets made.
Oh.
Scoreless through 1.5 here, with the Wilds showing Diddy Kong and Baby Luigi and Baby Mario up to bat here.
Yeah, pretty rough part of the lineup.
Every lineup's gonna have one.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy Kong lines that straight to Red Noki in center. She didn't even have to move.
Yeah, a bit of a questionable charge swing there.
Toadsworth, the infamous slow ball here. An interesting choice for starting pitcher. I see him a lot more as a reliever or as a closer in these kinds of games, but he's doing alright so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he should be pretty familiar to Superstars player, a game where he actually is not a bad backup pitcher.
He's really not bad in this game either. The only trick with Toadsworth here is his stamina. Stamina is inversely correlated in sluggers with pitching ability. Better pitchers will tire easier, but as long as nobody does anything too crazy on him, and so far they've mostly been lining out to short and center, he can stay in there for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a game like Slugger CPU League where extra base hits are so hard to come by, It can be pretty difficult to put together a rally without any power hitters.
It certainly can, and chemistry is an interesting combination here. Chemistry in this game will improve batting. Of course, as Yoshi grounds one out to Dixie Kong at second base, you do have to get people on base to make use of that kind of chemistry. Items are a bit of a mixed bag in CPU Sluggers. Toadsworth's going to let a barrel pitch go by him for strike one, by the way. Does swing on the fastball. Baby Luigi's got it at short. And I'm impressed. Baby Luigi has been pretty good at short so far. We're only 3 innings deep from the Bows on offense, but nothing's gotten past him yet. Very early charge from Dixie Kong here. Decides to let strike one go by her. Also decides to let strike two go by. Wicked curve inside. Gonna have to swing on whatever this is. Straight to Green Yoshi at second, who uses a tongue catch. Not super common from my understanding.
It's pretty rough having to go up against an outfield that includes Yoshi and Birdo.
Birdo gonna
just about any ball that comes.
Style.
Yeah.
Super dives are wicked in this league. Not all created equal, though. There are a lot of super dives in Sluggers, but some are better than others. Tiny Kong gets that one into shallow center, and does get on. Donkey Kong, one on first, 2 outs. Charges up, he wants it. Big swing and a miss. That's a deep one. I don't think there's any chance. No.
Absolutely not.
They could have had chemistry and they still wouldn't have gotten there. And Donkey Kong's going to hit the first home run of this season. No.
Yeah, just absolutely crush that ball. Just shows why he is just one of the absolute best characters in the game.
Toadsworth is tired. Getting scored on will do that to you. Birdo comes in. Now, funny enough, I could have sworn that I had the ability to change these pitchers myself. And I am curious about testing it, but I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to let this play. Baby DK's on first, 2 outs for the Wilds. Third one goes to Toadsworth, who's now short. Birdo lines one out to Diddy Kong in center. We're at the top of the 4th already in a 7-inning game. Being down 0-2, this has been a bit of a low score. Bows are going to need to do something soon.
And that could be the start of something, at least.
Yeah, Red Pianta will get somebody on. And Blue Pianta, if you're going to have to pick somebody on this team to start hitting homers, not a bad choice. Gonna go for contact instead. Is gonna get down in the center. First and second, 2 outs. Pianta's not famously the greatest base runners in the world. Shy Guy, not famously the greatest home run hitter. But you don't need to do anything flashy. Couple of RBIs with some good singles will do it. And that'll be one of them. Oh, but some slow base running. Oh my god,
guys!
Deeply unaware base running by Red Pianta at second. And we get nothing to show for it.
Can't be doing that.
Cowboy Zach, gonna swing on the barrel pitch. Real trap to do that. But we see a lot of batters taking traps in the AI League. Daisy's star pitch is one you really need to just let go by, but people really want to take a piece out of it. We'll be seeing that in Game 3 tonight.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard not to feel like Zach's team probably just let their best chance go by of coming back into this game.
It's tough to imagine them getting that far in the lineup again with how things have been going so far. But Birdo does let Baby Luigi on, just so that Yoshi can make a double play at second. Yoshi grounds to green Yoshi. Wilds are shut down this inning. 2 Nokis and Yoshi. Yeah, you know. Maybe not the lineup you were hoping to see down 2 in the top of the 5th. But anything's possible. Including another swing on a barrel pitch for an easy grounder to DK, throws to Tiny at first, and that's 1 out. Second verse, looking to be same as the first here. Well, not quite. That one gets to Baby Luigi at short instead. And that arm on Baby Luigi, not amazing. That star might have just managed to make that play possible.
Yeah, hey, the starring Baby Luigi has worked out surprisingly well so far. Wow, that was a questionable out.
Lakitu says it, we gotta go with it. Dixie Kong charged, let the first one go past her, opts for contact on the second. Flower in center field, gonna mess with Red Noki, but not enough for an extra base. Calvin going to hit a grounder that gets by Toadsworth at short. We got people on first and second with no outs for the Wilds. Not what the Bows are looking to see right now, especially not with Tiny up and DK on deck. Tiny Kong does get one down. Bases are loaded for Donkey Kong with nobody out. This could be the moment the Wilds put this one away. Suction pitch from Birdo. This is a free strike. Aeon does not know how to hit this one.
If there was ever a time to use it too,
does
but
not
unfortunately...
do it for a second. Goes out into left field, just about the same place it did last time. Grand slam for Donkey Kong. That is going to triple the Wild score right there, and there's still nobody out.
This is a rough place to be.
I'm not sure how I like the Bows' chances right now. Baby DK gonna keep it going. Gets to first. Red Noki in center, still a little distracted by that flower.
And unfortunately, the Bows team, I think, just doesn't really have any difference makers.
It'd be the Piantas normally, but they've been opting to go for a lot of contact, not trying to go yard today. And you really wish they would.
Speaking of wishes, you really wish you had Birdo out there in short to make that play.
Yeah, substitutions can be a bit of a challenge in this league. In the absence of any input from owners, I am not going to touch things, but if anybody is here in the chat and wants to let me know, they can. Double play does finally end this for the Bows, but I just don't know. I've seen a 6 spot, but they've only got 2 innings to do it, and they have not put up a thing yet.
Yeah, and Toadsworth's not how you want to start that off.
Toadsworth, I think personally, better hitter than people give him credit for, but he's trying to prove me wrong by lining out to Dixie at second. Birdo charging, wants to go yard. Bad contact off that fastball. Maybe should have let it go. DK's got some speed on his fastballs. Now Red Pianta is going to hit one into right. Baby DK chooses not to chase after it, lets Diddy Kong do the work, but doesn't turn into any extra bases either. Fastball outside for strike 1. Barrel pitch coming for 2. Takes the trap, Blue Pianta does. Throws straight to Tiny at first.
BP just couldn't hold off.
Donkey Kong getting tired, but I don't think you can complain about his performance. I wonder if he's not going to try and stay in and go for a complete game.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the way he's pitched so far, I don't think there's a coach who would want to take him out just yet.
Good jump from Toadsworth at short, by the way, to get the first out here for Buzz. Dixie Kong going
Toastberg.
yard.
Oh my goodness.
Dixie Kong home run. Not expected. Certainly just salt in the wound at this point for the Bows. All Green Noki can do is look at it. Birdo's angry. Birdo's tired. Birdo is staying on the mound. To be fair, there's only one out left, and at this rate, it's not looking like we're going to see a bottom of the 7th, so I suppose she can just stick this one out.
Yeah, save some arms for next week's game.
All right, Bows are going to need to put up a 7 spot to keep this game going. With Red Shy Guy, Cowboy Zach, and Red Noki to do it.
Unfortunately, to make this comeback, you need just about everyone in the lineup to contribute. But Red Shy Guy begins by doing his part, actually manages to make it to second base, absolutely inconsequentially.
And that is, Donkey Kong decides he's done. I really think he could have stayed in, but Diddy Kong is a good pitcher. Cowboy Zach showing bunt. I disagree. Sacrifice bunt, not the play you want to make right now. Every out is going to count. They're just trying not to get shut out with this kind of ball playing.
Yeah, there's absolutely no value sending your runner to third.
Certainly not with Red Noki up to bat. I don't know if she's going to be the one to do this RBI, but with Green Noki up next, you've got no choice. Lines it out to Ruyoshi at third, and I don't know that Green Noki's odds are doing any better or very high. Oh, that's going to get out. Ruyoshi's trying to get under it. Are the roots going to mess him up? No. Catches a long fly ball to left. You wish you could have seen Green Noki go yard, put something on board for the Bows, but that's going to be all she wrote here.
Yeah, a bit of a, shockingly strong performance there from Calvin's first outing.
Yeah, for having 2 babies on the team, they don't really seem to have affected the offense much. 3 babies, excuse me. Baby DK is a baby too. He's a little better than Baby Mario or Baby Luigi, but for a team with 3 babies on it, did not have any trouble with the offense. Granted, all 7 of those runs coming off of Donkey Kong's 2 homers, but it's Donkey Kong. What else do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. In this kind of league where we have every single character in the game getting played, I think those home run hitters are going to be more valuable, just because they're more spread out. Having a home run hitter who is able to drive home, 2 or 3 runs in a single at bat, I think that's often going to decide the games because it's just so much harder. Nearly everyone is going to be hitting singles if they are getting on base at all.
Yeah, your
right.
slugging
Even
isn't real high in this kind of league.
hmm even sending someone from second home on a line drive is pretty uncommon with these CPUs. So home run hitters have enormous scoring potential.
Pretty uncommon with these stadiums as well. DK Jungle is a little more fair in that respect, but there are some stadiums. Daisy Cruiser comes to mind. Wario City. Not so much Yoshi Park. Not the Playroom, not the Castle. Mario Stadium a little bit. There are some pretty shallow stadiums in this league, which make it very easy for the outfield to shut down any extra base attempts.
Absolutely.
Now, with that said, we've got Game 2 of this roster up here. I am going to step aside for just a quick minute. I'll be back before terribly long. Feel free to get yourselves a drink, get yourselves a snack. Iris, you're welcome to stay in here and keep the troops entertained, although I don't know if anybody's here, if my recording software just ain't working right. Do not see anybody in the multi-chat, but that's okay. Y'all can watch this on the recording later. Except the part we cut out where we make fun of you. Alrighty, I'll be back in just a few moments for y'all.
So I didn't know that 7 run shutout is a thing. So they're 7 inning games is the reason why that game ended. It was still a shutout, but I don't believe mercy rule is on for these. I would have to ask Christian. That would not have been a mercy rule game regardless. But yeah, we do 7 inning games, which I believe is the default in Super Sluggers.
I believe it is. I believe it is. I am back. I am going to just test one thing real quick here for everybody. Just want to make sure, since the AI was making those decisions naturally, that we do still have the option for owners who happen to be in the chat that they can still make active substitutions, since we have the rookie's owner here just in time to see his game. So give me just a little bit of extra time here. I'm going to quiet everybody down for just a minute. Oh! Okay, we also have West Zach, the Monarchs coach, in, having a little bit of a medical issue, so we're gonna let him solve that real quick. Wiggler's got some game day nerves, perhaps. I'll be right back for everybody in just a second. All right, for those of you in the chat, I apologize. We are having a bit of an issue getting the CPU to play itself for the second game. Not sure why. We will be back before long, we swear. All right, folks. Sorry about that. We are back. We are finally back, and we've got Monarchs at Rookies. Rookies are batting first, unfortunately. Monarchs are batting first. I'm sorry. I got this right. lost my head on that one a little bit. But we're here. We're having baseball, folks. We're having fun.
And we're having the potential for Drybones to take an extra base. Doesn't quite feel confident he'll be able to make it. Drybones not the fastest character, so understandable.
Base runners in this game generally not the most aware, so that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Wiggler, though, nope. Line drive again. Blue Drybones sitting there on first, wondering when he's going to get a chance to move.
Doesn't quite feel confident he'll be able to make it. Drybones not the fastest character, so understandable.
Oh, sorry about the frames there, folks. Pink Yoshi lines one past Green Critter at short. Impressive to do that. Green Critter generally a tough shortstop.
Yeah, the Critters are considered by a lot of people to be some of, if not the best, middle infielders.
Monarchs, that fireball item does screw out Bowser Jr. in center field. Monarchs are going to put 2 on with that 2 RBI double from Zach. This game is going to open a lot faster than Game 1 did, that's for sure. Magic Koopa already getting tired, but not interested in leaving the mound quite yet. Green Critter does record the 3rd out with August at first.
Still, you're not upset putting up a crooked number in the top of the first, though.
No. Definitely an opening volley from the Monarchs that the Rookies are going to want to make sure they answer to. Bowser Jr. not going to answer to that one. Fly out to Wiggler in center field. Red Koopa, your star Rookies player today. Just gets it down in front of Wiggler for a second. Dark Wings does not, though. But King K. Rool's up here with a man on. And Critter's behind him. Oh my god, that's a big drive. Doesn't stay fair. Just barely. I think that one clipped off the foul pole. No doubter on that one. No doubter. This game is tied at 2. Green Critter, looking like he wants to go yard. Oh, terrible contact from Green Critter, and that's all anybody's putting up.
Yeah. The best hitters are still only gonna hit the ball, a third of the time. Well, maybe a bit more in this league, but
in this league, I have seen full seasons where players ended with a 700 batting average. Bowser Jr. Baby Peach not have what it takes to jump for that one, but it doesn't get out of the park. Funky Kong ends up hitting a double.
Yeah, pretty impressive to play it off the wall there. You expect most center fielders in that situation to give it a bounce first, and you wonder if that wouldn't have even given Funky a triple that would have allowed him to escape from that unfortunate double play.
Maybe should have stayed on the bag. Red Koopa makes it.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing as well about having base runners in CPU League is any base runner at first or even second can be a liability.
Yes. Now we've got a manual pitching shift, thankfully. I'm gonna give. Alrighty, yep, we do have a substitution from the owner. We're gonna be putting Baby Peach in second. Interesting. I would have taken Bowser Jr., but that's the beauty of. Well, the AI would have taken Bowser Jr., but that is the beauty of giving the players their own choice. I expect we'll see BJ take them out next, though. For now, Baby Peach. Sajar looking to see if they've got the tank.
Yeah, and you really have to question sort of this decision from the Monarchs in terms of player development. You know, Baby Peach, if she throws too many innings this season, are we worried about the potential future health implications therein? Or excuse me, from the rookies.
From the rookies. I was, trying to wrap my head around what you were saying as I watched Goomba line one out to Gray Shy Guy at short.
I mean, it is pretty in character from the rookies. We've seen so many careers end just way too early as a result of overtraining from them. They are just evil and continually violate child labor laws.
Rookies not leading the pack for most child characters on one team, though, so I don't know how much we can get on their case for it. Blue Magic Koopa manages to put one down. Magic Koopa's not the best hitters in this league, but they can get some bloopers over the infield occasionally. We're about to see what she can do on the mound. What does she have behind the plate? Baby Peach takes a drive straight to Gray Shy Guy at short for an easy double play. Maybe not that easy, it was close. And these teams are neck and neck through two. The Blue Drybone's going to hit a good, long, deep ball. Does not go for the double. Bottle is smart. Monarchs are batting Toadette with Wiggler up next.
And Toadette looks for charge.
Changes her mind, goes for contact. Straight to Green Critter at short. Easy 6-4 3. Wiggler showing charge, though. That's a deep ball, but not real fast. Bowser Jr. Magic Koopa do have the chemistry, and they rob it.
Beautiful play, showing off the power that buddy jumps have in this game. Chemistry in the outfield is so important for this exact reason.
You absolutely need them. I mean, there's always going to be some no-doubters like we saw in Game 1 from Donkey Kong, but those slower home runs that come out of some of your non-traditional power hitters, you can make sure they don't get any chance at a little bit of lucky grab. Blue item does nothing for Bowser Jr. as he grounds to Toadette at second. Red Koopa's up to the plate with one out. Good dive from Gray Shy Guy, just in time for the bomb. 2 outs. After pulling a deep drive.
A beautiful hit there from Bones.
Manages to sneak past a lot of fielders.
And bringing K. Rool up to the plate, absolutely capable of just knocking it way out of the park.
Did it in the first
it's a
inning.
Tall ceiling,
Going to do
but it will be gone. Very nicely done.
That is his second 2-run homer of this game. And it's 4-2 rookies.
How fortuitous.
Peach gonna stay on the mound though, not getting tired yet, ready to go. Critter, deep one, Pink Yoshi's got it. Alright, another 2 spot for the rookies, but the Monarchs can put up 2 in an inning. We've seen them do it. thanks to
Mhm.
that 2 RBI
That is
double
gonna
from Zach, who is up next.
absolutely. And we did see, I believe that was Peach getting tired there right at the end.
Yeah, Peach is starting to tire out a little bit. Long fly ball from Pink Yoshi. Bananas do not mess anything up.
Yeah, that was pretty funny there, seeing Bowser Jr. Intentionally get in the way of the bananas in order to protect Madge. Not sure really would have made a difference, but I admire that team spirit anyway. You know, you look out there, and these are guys who just want to play some baseball with their friends.
And sometimes with their enemies. Everybody's playing in the NSLB. Monarch's not recovering quite yet, but with Goomba, August, and Magic Koopa up, you might be able to get out of this one clean. Goomba does hit a good lead-off single, though. Maybe I shouldn't underestimate him.
Yeah, I mean every single player in this league is capable of hitting. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You're gonna probably see not many batters under 300 at the end of all this. It's just that kind of league. August fixing to be under 300 though, line into a double play at second. And Magic Koopa, again, grounder, straight to Toadette, who's been doing pretty well at second base today.
And if you're looking to cut that deficit, Funky Kong is the guy you would absolutely want up at the plate here.
And he's gonna go for a deep one, but it's a little slow. Bowser Jr. gets there in time in the outfield. Robbed at the wall.
I'm not even sure that was a robbery. I think that might have hit the wall, but instead it is an out.
Doesn't look like it on the replay, but in any case, definitely an out. Gray Shy Guy charging up. Lets the first one go by. Second one, long fly to Bowser Jr. I don't see Bowser Jr. in the outfield a lot, I don't think, but he's done pretty well today. Red Koopa misses that one. That was a good pass at second base. Teal Yoshi's aboard on... I don't know if you'd call that an error, really. Blue Dry Bones. Gets past him. That was a fast one. Monarchs put up their 2 spot, and we're all tied again at 4.
Yeah, and I think this game has really just demonstrated the power of the home run.
Definitely 6 of the 8 scored runs are off of homers right now. Baby Peach going off speed twice in a row. Second one is lined to Green Critter, makes a good dive at short.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't hang your change up in the middle of the plate there, but thankfully some elite defense by Critter.
The AI does love the changeup, ironically, except for when it's pitching Blooper, who might have the best one in this game. Baby Peach hits a deep one, but it's not deep enough. Although she was showing a little bit of tiredness earlier, I think that 2-run shot from Blue Dry Bones has reinvigorated Peach. She is staying on the mound and doing just fine. Four through 5 innings, 7-inning game here. We could see extra innings tonight in the opening night of the NSLB. But Baby Peach is getting tired. She might start leaving some real meatballs over the plate. Pink Yoshi, line out to Green Critter. It's short, throws to first, makes the play.
And that's so huge for Baby Peach here, you know. Her arm, it's just not, it just hasn't built up to this kind of workload yet, so anytime her infield can turn two, it's an absolute godsend for keeping her in this game.
It is. And Baby Peach, not as elite of a closer as she is in pure vanilla sluggers. The NSLB has a patch involved, which reduces the pre-charge of certain pitchers. Now, the long and short of this one, folks, is that there are 6 pitchers in this game whose pitch comes out in fewer than 8 frames of windup. And that causes hitters to charge way early, overcharges, loses a lot of power. Now, most of the pitchers that can do this, not the biggest threats in the world. Baby Peach, Baby Daisy. One of them's Bowser. And best player in the game just couldn't also be the best pitcher in the game. We wouldn't abide it, I'm afraid. So, Baby Peach suffers a tiny bit from that, but she's still plenty good as a pitcher. Close play at the plate, by the way. And that was Green Critter with an RBI single. Monarchs need a pitching change. I believe we've got the Monarchs owner in chat. If they would like to give me a decision, I'd be happy to hear it. Otherwise, I'll pick based on stats. Most likely, I think we could see me, Zach coming off from behind the plate. I think we could see let the delay catch up for just a minute. Anyway, that was a crazy series while I was talking about that overcharge. Had a hard ball from Peach that Green Critter managed to make good contact on. Rookies have a Critter on first and Payroll on second, up by 1 run right now, 5-4. Alright. I'm going to give Zach just a few more seconds to make a call on the pitching. Otherwise, I'm going to put in based on stat, which I believe means likely the me or Toadette. But it's been doing pretty good at second. I'm not going to pull her. Alright. I'm going to sub a move to Peach at catcher. Next opportunity comes by to sub pitchers. We will give Zach another opportunity to make any calls. Just to keep things moving. After that technical delay, we're a little behind schedule. Goomba showing bunt, 2 on, nobody out. Can't say I'm terribly surprised. Goomba is the best bunter in this game for what that's worth. Does not get to first, but does advance the runners.
I think it's kind of insane to field that ball. That was very clearly going foul.
But they wanted it, and August uses a star swing for a single. Green Critter wanted the extra base, isn't going to get there, but does slide back to third just in time.
Yeah, and you know, immediately paying for that decision of allowing runners to take second and third.
Green Critter wanted to steal home, instead walks right into a double play. Zach does a great job coming off the mound for what turned into a bunt at the last second from Magic Koopa.
Yeah, not too often you see a 1-2-3 double play there.
Rookies put up another 2-spot. A lot of 2 spots tonight. This is the Monarchs' last chance to respond in kind. Baby Peach going off speed for Elder Peach, Grown Up Peach.
And Mash just barely isn't able to make it there.
Funky Kong
And
with
a
one
combination of a
off.
tired baby pitch and a Funky Kong here won't
Absolute
spell
noob.
disaster just yet,
Absolute noob
but
play pulse foul.
yeah, could bring the Monarchs right into this game.
Nope.
Instead, will be an out and nearly a double play.
Good base running from Peach, but yeah, that long line out into Drybones catching it at right could be the end of it. Red Koopa makes the play at second to Critter. Coming in from short, throws to first, and this game is over. 6-4 rookies.
Yeah, really exciting game here. I think both teams sort of showed what they're capable of. You know, some pretty decent pitching, some.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I definitely think both these teams are going to want to get their pitching lineup figured out. They're going to learn kind of what order they want to slot them in. With this mod, of course, I am just going to be doing my best as the commissioner here to do roughly what the AI would do in the absence of other input. But if somebody wants to give me a full pitching order, they say, here's 1 through 9. This is the order I want you to put them in. If we somehow go to our 9th pitcher in 7 innings, this is who it should be. I'll follow them.
One can only hope.
Don't think that's likely though. August insisting he's got good pitchers. You do have good pitchers. Bowser Jr. did not even take the mound in this first game, which is a little shocking. A little shocking. But he did very well in center field. I don't think that's a bad place for him. Now, with that said, I'm going to quiet us down again and just make sure that the saved state for Game 3 works, because I do not want to have to make it from scratch again, but I will if I have to. Alright.
Alrighty. And Christian, my co-commentator, is going to be getting some more water really quick. In the meantime, we can look at these two lineups. We've got the Bowser Monsters versus the Daisy Flowers, being piloted by East Zach and Rhiannon, respectively. Some pretty interesting lineups here. We've got Bowser at pitcher. Bowser, just the all-around best player in CPU. No surprise to see him batting first. You know, you could make an argument that maybe you want to get someone on base so that he can get an additional RBI, but as soon as you get one hit, right, that's going to get offset in the number of innings. So I do not hate that at all. We've got some decent chemistry here. Boo is actually able to be starred, which I think is pretty exciting. You know, sort of an okay player. I think this lineup is capable of doing some pretty great things. And then over on the Daisy Flowers side, we do have Yellow Yoshi is going to be our star player. Yellow Yoshi generally not the best player, and we've got him out in right field, which is kind of an interesting choice for him. But we'll see how much that star is able to augment his abilities out there. And I believe, assuming the me is yellow, that is going to allow us for a full chem outfield, which is going to give us those buddy jumps. So yeah, generally not a lineup with any huge threats, but it's certainly possible for chemistry, for some of these other factors to make a difference in these games. So we'll have to see what happens once we get started. On paper, I would say the Bowser monsters are much more of a slugging lineup, and at least thus far today, that is how we have seen our runs get scored. But absolutely, I have respect for small ball.
Yeah, and I'm back in here. You are correct. Rhiannon is yellow, and I think although the slugging is going to come more from the monsters, Flowers have the biggest home run threat on their team is going to be Blue Critter, who is maybe not on the same tier as Bowser or as K. Rool seen earlier or as Donkey Kong, but Critters are very respectable hitters, and Daisy, being, I believe, a power class captain, does tend to want to go yard, and one thing that the Flowers really have to their advantage here, I think the Daisy Cruiser does not really have much competition for being one of the easiest hitters ballparks. You've got some very low rails in left and right, and when we get to nighttime and Goober Blooper starts coming out and tilting the field, man, you can get some line drive homers real easy in this ballpark.
Absolutely. And even more than that, just with the straight up stage hazards on this field, that can help with your small ball plan as well. Uh, Getting in some singles that might have otherwise have been caught. Uh,
Absolutely.
I think we've got an exciting match here.
We do indeed, and I'm going to get it started here for us. Daisy going to be taking the mound for the Flowers first, as Iris mentioned. And Bowser, leadoff hitter. We've got the captains dueling right out the gate. Gives Bowser the off speed for what looks like it could be an ugly start, but they've got Chem, they're under it. Rhiannon does grab it. Crisis averted.
Very nice. Yeah, I mean, that's the power of a chem outfield once again.
You can kind of hear it coming off of Bowser's bat. Not the greatest contact. That slower speed definitely what made it possible for the outfield to take that one away.
I mean, it's kind of crazy to see a hit like that and be like, oh, yeah, that's really not indicative of what Bowser, what you might expect from him. As Madge is able to field the ball, but some fireballs get in the way. And we see those items actually... I believe that's the first time an item has made a difference this game.
This game, certainly. Tonight, in general, maybe.
Tonight, yeah.
CPU does tend to be a little slow to use its items. Oh my god, that pulled foul. One of those line drive homers I was
just at the end.
Zach. Doesn't quite manage. Magical catch from Magic Koopa. It's short, but there's a bit of a delay on throwing it. Still makes one out at first.
Yeah, I mean, that's the risk of having a Magic Koopa out there is you're very rarely going to turn double plays in a situation like that. As Red Paratroopa does the smart move, actually just chooses to take on that star pitch.
I said in game one that we were going to watch some people taking the bait from Daisy, but Red Paratroopa's not one of them. Monty Mole, blooper into center, just gets past Blue at shortstop. One aboard, nobody out for Daisy. We just talked about Daisy going yard, but she decides to go contact here. Not the greatest move. Hits it straight to Green Magic Koopa at second, who throws to first for a quick double play. Bowser gonna go for the star pitch, free strike 2. Does have one left if he wants to go for the third one. Chooses not to. And Yellow Toad keeps the inning alive with a contact single. Rhiannon trying to go yard. Drybones catches it.
Yeah, it's really nice to see Drybones getting some reps out there. You know, there were a couple worries in the minors about whether his defense would be quite worth the bat, but I think he's proving that he's very much capable of being an everyday player out there.
Absolutely, and they are some of the best leadoff hitters in this league. Green Magic Koopa, a little bit of a trickler into the infield, does not get on base. Green Magic Koopa, part of the only trade that's happened so far, a trade before even game day 1, between myself and Zach of Bowser Monsters. And I did not trade away Green Magic Koopa. Well, Zach was not taking Green Magic Koopa for his bat, but his pitching, which we are likely to see if Boo ever tires out following Bowser. Also likely to see him coming into the starting rotation in future weeks when Bowser's got to sit, I'm sure. Bottom of the second here, 0-0. Blue Critter batting leadoff for the Flowers. Definitely, as I said, their biggest hitting threat. And he is charging up. Takes a deep one. Koopa and Paratroopa just get under it.
Yeah, really nicely done there.
I really thought that table was going to get in the way and hold them up just enough to let it go by. That puts up star player Yellow Yoshi. Let's see what it does for him. Not much, as he lines out to the Green Magic Koopa at second. Yellow Magic Koopa is going to get a single, though. And we've got Green Paratroopa batting. Another line drive that goes deep into left, but is caught by Drybones. Still 0-0 with Bowser up at the plate again. He was neutralized at the top of the first. Are they going to manage to get him out again? Looking like... Oh, man, weak contact from Bowser. That one doesn't even get to the warning track. And if you're the Flowers, you've got to be feeling a lot safer now. Paratroopa was too smart to take the bait on Daisy's star pitch. Drybones was not. Pop fly into the infield for an easy out.
And you know, I do really have to admire the Flowers here. If it's me personally managing the team, Bowser's getting on base every single inning. You're intentionally walking him. But I appreciate the Daisy Flowers saying, no, that's a lame way to play baseball. We're going to pitch to him. We're going to meet him head on every time. If he gets a homer off us, he gets a homer.
If there were ever a captain in this game that I believe would be too proud to intentionally walk somebody, it'd be Daisy.
I mean, she's just here because she loves every single sport so much. So the idea of playing less sports, it just doesn't compete with her.
It does not. You're not going to see a lot of intentional walks in this game, though. Not going to see a lot of strikeouts either, but Bowser's star pitch does deliver one to Monty Mole. Speaking of loving to play baseball, Daisy takes a deep one, but it doesn't quite have the pop. All three of the outfielders decide they want to go see what's going on. Scoreless through 3. I believe this is the longest any game has gone tonight without a run. Another star pitch from Daisy. Zach takes the bait. No chemistry item to even make a chance at getting that one out from under Yellow Magic Koopa. Red Paratrooper batting now with 1 out, nobody on. Another star pitch from Daisy. Red Paratrooper did not take it the first time. Thinks he's got it this one. Does not. Daisy using a lot of star pitches tonight. I don't normally see that many from him. Doesn't give one to Boo, though. He does not get tricked, and he's on first. 2 outs. Oh. Been a little too long since I clicked on the game. Sorry about that, folks. I was getting so engrossed in what we were doing. And these innings are going so quick, no pitchers are getting tired. I don't even have to make any substitutions.
Mm-hmm. And a nice dive there from Green Paratrooper. Really makes those balls look easy. Anyone who's played second base will tell you, though, it's so easy to let those get by you, which, you know, missing the third out like that can just spell disaster for a team. So really nice to see a team that just feels so put together.
We've been seeing some pretty big spots happen in this league, and we're going to see bigger. So definitely don't discount the 2-out rally. Unfortunately, 2-out rally is what the Flowers are going to need after Rhiannon lines that one to Zach at third, goes to second, throws to first. 2 outs, nobody on for Blue. Bowser throws a bullet for strike 1, does have 2 more if he wants to use them, decides not to. Blue Critter does not make good contact. Green Magic Koopa decides he's going to hold on to it for just a minute, give him an ounce of hope, and then throws it to first and shuts him down. I was going to say against a team with 3 good sluggers, Flowers have been playing good defense. They really tried for that buddy jump at the last second, but Green Drybones had a big one out left. Gets over the very low wall on the cruiser, and this is no longer a scoreless game. One's all Daisy could let up without getting tired, but she wants to stay in. Blue Noki takes a deep drive at that one, does get to the warning track, but it's an easy grab for Yellowtoad. Now Daisy
Fortunately, Daisy being tired here, really not what you want to see.
No, Daisy against Bowser's been a pretty good matchup today. Tired Daisy against Bowser, not so sure. Bowser is going to hit a deep ball into right center field for a stand-up double.
Yeah, those fireballs really came in clutch in extending that outcome.
Still, any day you can say Bowser went 1 for 3 is a pretty good day for a team playing defense. Another star pitch from Daisy. Drybone's going to take the bait. There's a shell item, and it gets in the way.
Oh my goodness.
Daisy takes the bait, goes for the shell, misses the easy grab. But Bowser doesn't try to run, so it's just a single. Rhiannon's going to need to sub in a pitcher here. I don't know. Is Rhiannon in the chat? Is Rhiannon watching today? Give it just a minute.
Not sure.
If not, Yellow Magic Koopa is this team's next best pitcher, and who I imagine the AI would choose to sub in. We'll give it just a minute. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. I promised during draft night, as your commissioner, I would not have a dry night in this league, and I don't have one tonight. Coors, not the official sponsor of the NSLB, but they could be. They're sleeping on us.
Yeah, I guess I am the resident sober commentator here. As the season progresses, perhaps I will not have a night without hitting the pen. However, until I am finished with this job interview process, that's not happening.
Iris is going to be my designated driver tonight. And Dapper One's got it in the chat. Coors Banquet. Figure I should go for a 12-ounce tonight instead of a 16. I do have one more game to commentate. I'm in it. I'll save the drinking for when I'm done. And with no input from Rhiannon, I'm going to put Daisy at short, where I think she'll do just fine, and Yellow Magic Koopa on the mound. We're getting back to this game.
Yeah. Bit of a weaker middle infield now. We'll have to see if that comes into play.
A ground rule double from Green Paratroopa. I don't know the last time I've seen one of those in this game.
Yeah, kind of just a perfect bounce there.
But the runners on second and third choose not to go for it, scramble to get back, and so it's just an out there. Red Paratroopa's got men on second and third with 2 outs. Star changeup for Yellow Magic Koopa. Caught by Green Paratroopa at second. And the flowers are going to prevent anything else from happening this inning. But that's still a 2 spot for the Monsters. The Flowers offense hasn't quite had an answer yet. Yellow Yoshi, Yellow Magic Koopa, Paratroopa next. Folks in the chat deciding whether or not they're going to need a drink to get them through it. I am supposed to be impartial as a commissioner, but Nate, if I have my way, you're gonna want that. You're gonna want that drink. We'll see, though, in our nightcap. Knights at Muscles. Bowser throwing the star for a free strike on Green Paratroopa. 1 out, 1 on first. Throwing another star. Is he gonna unload the clip? No, third one's just gonna be a fastball. Green Paratroopa with a deep drive. Oh, it just pulls foul. Just pulls foul, the tying drive, and takes another big swing on strike 3. Oh, it's a heartbreaker. If you're the Flowers, you're looking at that hit thinking 10 feet to the right, and this is a different ballgame.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Bowser in tonight's game, I'm not really sure how you feel about your performance, right? Where he, unfortunately, has not been as productive as he might have liked this game, hasn't hit any home runs, only has the 1 double, but it's just been lights out behind the mound.
Daisy bobbles after a dive at short.
Yeah, and there's where we see that pitching substitution really hurt them. As Madge as well has gotten tired now. Madge, pretty good pitcher, but not great stamina-wise.
For being tired, that was a pretty wicked inside curveball. Green Magic Koopa lines 1 out to Daisy at short. Throws to first, 2 outs, nobody on for Green Drybones. Green Drybones looking to take some drives. Yellow Magic Koopa does not have the star pitch to bait him. And that's going to get down in center just in front of Rhiannon for a single. Rui Noki batting for the Monsters. Now, how often do you see a Noki on a Bowser team?
Certainly not common.
No, but when you've got a absolute last draft pick, then you end up getting a Noki. You can do wonderful things like line it out to Daisy at short. Zach, owner of the Monsters, in chat saying, and that's why. Yeah, well, you've got one piece of the puzzle that just don't fit, but the other 8 seem to be firing on most cylinders. Bowser might be taking this as a bit of a warm-up game.
And Monty Mole, the charge swing actually works out incredibly. He's going to take second base. I don't think anyone expected him to hit a double in tonight's game.
You've got a captain's duel now. Daisy up against Bowser. Now, I've said it before. Daisy can go yard. She's tried tonight. She's going to try again. Let strike 1 go by her. Bowser's got a full bunch of star swings, though. Chooses not to use one, and Daisy is going to hit a double. They're going to throw for home. Should have thrown for second instead. Now you've got 1 on second with nobody out for the Flowers. This game is 1-2.
A little questionable, the decision to throw for home when the runner's already scored, but you know, when you're the outfielders and you're making these snap decisions, it's not how you can be thinking.
They had a buddy throw. It was wicked fast, but just not fast enough. Now you've got runners on the corners with nobody out. Oh, for Rhiannon. Who is going to get one down in shallow center. That's an RBI single for Rhiannon. This game is tied up.
Yeah, this is what we talked about. Definitely, this team definitely capable of playing small ball.
And this is the stadium to do it in.
Exactly. As of right now, has been just as effective as the long ball.
Blue Critter coming up with nobody out and 2 on. Bowser doesn't want any part of it. Uses a star pitch for a free strike. Doesn't do it again, though. Oh, but bad contact from Critter. Green Magic Koopa at second, only going to get 1 out for that. Bowser getting angry, getting grumpy. Star Yellow Yoshi coming up here. Runners on second and third with 1 out for the Flowers. Strike 1 on Yellow Yoshi. Takes a big swing. Gets down.
A little bit of confusion on the base paths. We'll see if they're punished for it.
Close play.
As it is a close play. Rhiannon is just safe.
Just safe. And this is 4-2 Flowers. That table in center field, bouncing it straight past Green Koopa. The buddy throw so close, but just doesn't make it home.
Yeah, and you have to remember, the Flowers, they play here every single week. During any of their scrimmages, they're playing here. They know how to make use of those tables better than anyone else.
They do indeed. Now, Bowser says, I'm done, put me out. Zach, I know in the chat, gonna give him an opportunity to see which of his 2 pitcher, well, you could put anybody on the mound next, but I think there's 2 obvious choices. Gonna see which one he goes for. Boo. Alright, we're putting Star Boo on the mound. Bowser gonna take over at short. Very large hitbox. A little slow, but he may still be able to make some grabs. I certainly wouldn't want to try and sneak anything by. Boo, a tricky pitcher in these games. My understanding is he is in Superstar Baseball as well.
Yeah, in Superstar Baseball, he is just the best pitcher, and there's nobody else who comes remotely close.
I think in this game he's still the best in PvP, but it's a lot closer. Now, Bowser made a good grab at short there, through to third, through to first, double play. He is up to bat against a still tired Yellow Magic Koopa. You almost like to see him here. Bowser hits a solo shot, the monsters are still behind, and you've got 8 batters to go. We're at the top of the 7th. This is the monsters' last chance to do anything. Deep drive, but it goes foul in the left. We're going to have to mount a better offense than that right now. And that looks like it could be, but it's slow. Rhiannon robs it in left field. And
yeah, I mean, it's certainly an unorthodox choice, but you almost have to wonder if Rhiannon isn't the MVP of this game. Just so many incredible fielding moments.
2 robs from Bowser already, and Magic Koopa decides, you know what? He's going to quit while he's ahead. Now, we've got no input from Rhiannon on this one. And at this point, the AI would normally be drawing at complete random. I'm going to try and do a little better than that. Next highest stats are Blooper and Rhiannon. I'm not going to take away our MVP's chemistry, so I'm going to put Blooper on the mound, Yellow Magic Koopa to third. And if anyone objects, speak now or forever hold thy peace. This game is back on, folks. Yeah, it's 1 out, nobody on for dry bones here. Unless they do something special, I don't think Bowser's getting back up to the plate today, and he's going to go 1 for 4. The toughest hitter in this league is going to go 1 for 4 opening night. He's going to have a 250 average. Double play from Daisy at short. The Flowers win this one, 4-2.
Yeah, really showing off that home field advantage. Really, really showing our first small ball win, period. So really exciting to see. I think Rhiannon has established herself as a team to watch going forward.
Absolutely. You don't see a lot of home run threats on that team. You might write them off early on, but this is a reason not to. And as Flipshaw says in the chat, perhaps this one, the MVP of this one, can go to Rhiannon's 10th player, the tables. Certainly that double we had earlier, sneaking past Green Koopa, did a lot of favors. As usual, I'm going to take just a minute to wet my whistle, stretch my legs, and we'll be back for Game 4, our nightcap, Knights at Muscles in Wario City at night. Going to be an exciting one. I have run this as an exhibition match on my own, and I've liked what I've seen out of my lineup, but the random number gods may not be liking me as much tonight, so we will find out in just a few minutes. And we're back, folks. Iris taking just a little bit longer of a break this time compared to me. But I'm going to take a look here at what we've got going on for Game 4. My Luigi Knights playing Nate's Wario Muscles. This is a league with 9 teams, folks, so we are going to have one bye every week. 4 matchups, one bye. Bye this week going to Iris, who, if you're thinking about by process of elimination here, has the Mario Fireballs. Mario Stadium, the only stadium we will not see tonight, but we'll see plenty of it coming up. Rhiannon in the chat now says Monty Mole was the right pick. I underestimated Monty Mole, and when the Knights play the Flowers later this season, it may be at my peril. We will have to find out, but a very good double from Monty Mole really helped drive the Flowers over. A lot of players contributing to that one. But I think Iris may be right. I think you may have been the MVP of your team out there in center field.
All right, I'm back.
Alrighty, we were just getting started. Congratulating Rhiannon on the win. Luigi Knights batting today. Now, I am still workshopping this batting order. As the owner, I can give you a little bit of inside baseball, if you'll forgive the expression on this. But what we're going with tonight is Green Toad, batting leadoff in right field. Second baseman Brown Critter. I mentioned the trade earlier. I gave up my best pitcher in Green Magic Koopa, but I've got my second best bat in Brown Critter, who will be getting the star this week and probably most weeks. The best bat, of course, in this league, maybe not in this league. He might be second to Bowser, but the best bat on the Knights, far and away, is PD Piranha, shortstop. First player drafted following the captains. Absolutely would have gone to Iris if she'd been ahead of me, and she'll tell you that any day of the week.
Oh yeah, if I didn't have to pick a captain, Petey's going right in there.
Yeah, honestly, right? You would have drafted PD before you even drafted your captain. Now that's a thought, is to draft captains right alongside the regular players for season 2. We've got a lot of things in the works, but let's not put the cart before the horse. After PD Piranha, we've got Blue Toad, Blue Shy Guy batting. And then the chemistry lineup section of the Knights. Green Shy Guy, Autumn, Luigi, myself, back to Green Toad. All all green me's getting chemistry. Nate out here, commissioner talking like he knows something I don't. Look, buddy, I promise you, no finicking with the controls, with the stats, with the anything. I am an honest commissioner. But when I loaded up the save state for this one earlier, I let it play out and I liked what I saw. For the Wario Muscles, we've got Wario, shortstop, batting leadoff here. Wario, a pretty good hitter in this league. Not the biggest home run threat, but among the captains, in my experience, tends to have one of the higher averages. That tends to come out of two things. Wario is a technique character. Technique characters in this game, smart enough to go for contact and charge swings in pretty equal measure, tend to use a lot of stars. You'll see a lot of splitters from Wario on the mound. You'll see a pretty good amount of bomb swings from Wario at the plate, and the AI does not know how to handle those bomb swings, which tends to make them pretty easy singles. Wario's getting followed up with Yellow Pianta, playing second. King Boo at third, likely to be part of this team's regular pitching rotation. But after King Boo, first baseman Nate, we've got the starting pitcher for tonight, who's going to be Waluigi. Also a good choice. Red Yoshi, batting 6th, left fielder, getting the star this week. Purple Toad catcher batting 7th, Yellow Shy Guy in center, batting 8th, and Paragoomba, right fielder, finishing up the order.
Yeah, I think this is a team that's absolutely capable of making something happen. I can see this going either way. We'll just have to let the game decide.
I am waiting for RN Jesus to strike me down for my hubris, because I know just as well that this game could go either way, regardless of what I've seen in the past. But no matter what happens tonight, I am confident in knowing that I am at least capable of coming out on top tonight, even if I don't. Now that's enough out of me for a little while. Let's let the players speak for themselves. We're going to load from slot 4 here. And here we go. Wario City Knight, Waluigi taking the mound. Green Toad going for a contact hit. Gets down into center right, leadoff single. That's why I put him there.
Yeah, and leadoff single for a starred critter here is no joke.
Going deep into center.
As we see, no chem in the outfield, and it doesn't even matter. That ball is crushed by Critter for a 2-run home run.
Even with chem, I don't think they would have gotten under that one in time. It's off to an early lead for the Knights.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's a matter of in time. I don't know if the ball got low enough for them to catch it.
That too. PD Piranha wants to try and take the glory, but Brown Critter's going to have the better at-bat. Yellow Shy Guy just about manages to grab that one in deep center right. Blue Toad, another good contact hitter here. Normally going to be bat cleanup, but nobody on the base paths for him to clean up. Still gets it past Wario at short for a second. But Yellow Pianta at second is going to turn Blue Shy Guy's grounder into a double play. Muscles batting Wario, Yellow Pianta, King Boo. Down by 2, but we've seen more than a 2 spot in this game. I wouldn't put it out of anybody's reach yet. arrow in the outfield, bringing that one away from Autumn in center, but not enough for an extra base. Noah Pianta's got a chance to make this a tied game again. Charging up, going for it. Gets to me at first, Petey at second, Luigi at first again, and that's a double play. Base pads cleared.
You know, this really just shows you why the Mariners manager didn't want Cal Raleigh clogging up the base paths this year. It's just too easy to get double plays.
You will see a lot of them in this league. Nate gonna get one down in front of Green Sky Guy in right. 2 on, 2 out for the Muscles. With Waluigi batting. Now Waluigi, not a power hitter, but he's got good contact. He could absolutely get the bases loaded here, if not an RBI single with an extra base. But Luigi's pitched 2 strikes now. Third one is hit. Green Toad catches that in left, and the Knights get out of what could have been a tricky situation.
And I would just like to point out there, for those who are not part of the league, that me representation of Nate, that is just Nate. As Shy Guy deflects the ball to the right fielder, Paragoomba manages to, or not Paragoomba, but yeah, manages to have a good hit on the shoulders.
2 strikes for Autumn.
Absolute disaster from him.
Off speed from Waluigi. Autumn swings on it, grounds it to Wario, short double play. Nobody on with 2 out for Luigi. Waluigi going with another star pitch. Luigi just keeps that one in fair territory up the first base line. Gets on with a single. I'm up. Fun fact, I played a season of baseball once when I was about 13. Did not get a single base hit all season. Let's hope that virtual me can do a little better. Luigi going for a steal at second, but Yellow Pianta makes a great dive at that. And I am not beating the allegations of being a terrible batter.
Yeah, but you've just got such a magnetic personality, you know, everyone's got chemistry with you.
I really did have a magnetic personality. I got beanballed an average of once per game during that season, so I was on base. Looking back,
Yes, that's a different kind of magnetic.
Looking back, I may have just been straddling the plate. Because, yeah, couldn't get a hit to save my life, but boy, that ball could find me one way or the other. Star pitch from Luigi. Purple Toad takes a swing on it, just pulls it foul. 1 out, nobody on for Muscles. Gets down in front of Autumn in center. Brown Critter's got an arm on, but does not get that one back in time. Luigi, in my limited experience with him, a better pitcher than he gets credit for sometimes. He likes to keep it off the plate. Great dive from Petey Piranha, by the way, to turn that double play. We're back to the top of the night's order. Green Toad, Brown Critter, Petey Piranha. Not going to go quite the same as it did in the first inning, though, as Green Toad decides to line out this time. Does not quite get over Yellow Piancha. Brown Critter taking another deep drive, though. They're under it, but the chemistry's not there. Oh, it just gets off the wall for a double. Maybe the longest double that this league is going to see. Wario now coming into pitch. Did not ask me for a pitching change, which is a little concerning, but Wario is likely the next choice anyway. But maybe he shouldn't have been. Petey Piranha shows Brown Critter how to do it. That one gets out of here in just about the same spot.
Yeah, that's just Petey doing what he does best.
That is Petey doing what he does best.
Arguably the league's all-around best hitter.
Certainly,
maybe slightly worse in PvP compared to Bowser, or I mean in CPU compared to Bowser,
but not
but just
tonight. Bowser
elite
went 1 for
talent.
4 last game.
Yeah.
Blue Toad's on with a single. Wario gonna throw the splitter here. Blue Shy Guy just lets it go by. He's got 2 more strikes. Another splitter, gonna try and bait him. Swings on it, straight to Waluigi at short. Throws to first, double play. And the Knight's power section is gonna do him some favors, but nobody else contributing much quite yet in the scoring department. That was a pretty good strike. That was outside. I'm not so sure I would have called it that way. Speaking of not contributing to the scoring, Paragoomba lines one out to Autumn in center. Luigi pitching to Wario now. Fastball on the outside, lets it go by for a strike. Off speed is swung on. Autumn's underneath it again. Now Yellow Pianta trying to make something happen. And Autumn is going to record all 3 outs this inning. Now that extra me was drafted pretty early in our draft, but I knew Autumn was going to be a very popular player, so I had to snap her up while she still had the opportunity.
Absolutely. Like, even if the Miis themselves might not be the best statistically, being able to have that extra chem link is just so valuable.
Now, I am terrified of the fact that it did not ask me for a pitching substitution. I do not want to play with this manually, so I think I may just be at the AI's pure mercy when Luigi's done, and that could really ruin things for me. I don't know who they're going to pull, but I am nervous. Only thing to do is hope Luigi can pitch a complete game. Doing a pretty good job so far. King Boo grounds that one out to Petey at short. Nate, grounder, gets past the infield into center, is on for a single. Charge it from Waluigi straight to Brown Critter at second, throws to me at first. We're at the bottom of we're going into the top of the 5th now, with me, Green Toad, Brown Critter up to bat. Knights are up 4-0. I take a big swing on the splitter. Goes long. Blue item, not going to get used in time. Paragoomba grabs that one in deep right. I should have been eating my Wheaties. I might have gotten that one over.
Yeah, I mean, every single baseball player, when the day comes, wishes they had practiced that a little bit more, spent just a little bit more time in the weight room. But the fact of the matter is, all you can bring is what you've prepared.
And I've prepared Brown
And all you can do is your best.
Looking to go yard again. Deep one. Oh, forget it.
No chemistry here.
Yellow Shy Guy
just barely makes it out.
It's a low home run, but it's not how, it's how many, says Brown Critter. Batting in another 2 for the Knights.
Yeah, the Knights have quickly established themselves as one of the teams to watch, possibly to take it all, certainly to make the playoffs.
I was nervous until I managed to make that Brown Critter trade. I'm very happy with it. Petey Piranha is not the team all by himself, but maybe Brown Critter Petey Piranha can be. All everybody else has to do is get aboard and load the bases for him. Blue Toad, hearing that he doesn't have to do much, decides to hit a trickler into the infield and just get out and get this over with. Not what I meant, fella. Not what I meant. The arrow manages to turn a deep drive from Red Yoshi. Sewer gets into the way. Yoshi is going for 3.
Could be a triple.
Stage hazards out here causing some trouble. And the muscles with Purple Toad up might not get shut out this game. They will not. That one is going to get down. A good throw from Autumn to first, but it's not in time. That is going to be an RBI single for Green Toad.
Yeah, the arrow bounce to the right fielder, thrown back to the center fielder for the buddy throw, was admirable.
Luigi taking it in stride, though. But 1 on and nobody out for the muscles. This could be their chance. Not if Yellow Shy Guy lines out to PD at short, though. That hitbox helps PD catch a lot of balls.
Absolutely.
Not this one, though. Paragoomba is going to hit one into left field. We got 1 on with 2 outs for the muscles.
And Wario's up to bat. This guy's capable of doing damage.
Good contact hit gets in front of Autumn. Wario's a bit of a slow base runner, but just fast enough to beat out Brown Critter's arm.
Yeah, Yellow Pianta here could reduce the deficit to 2.
Gonna go for contact.
Wants to go for contact, though.
Beautiful dive from Brown Critter keeps this one where it is. Blue Shy Guy, Green Shy Guy, Autumn up for the Knights. This is kind of the slower section of their lineup, getting the chemistry players to start ramping up just in time for the big hitters in the 2 and 3 spots. Blue Shy Guy swings on the splitter. Waluigi bobbles it at short. And Blue Shy Guy gets a board on an error. Wario still tired. This time he's going out. King Boo steps up. 3rd string pitcher for the Muscles. They've got 3 good ones, and here's number 3 coming in at the top of the 6th. Almost certainly going to close this one out, especially with Green Shy Guy lining up for that double play.
Yeah, really nice. You know, if you are going to be a relief pitcher, it's so important that you can be able to turn those double plays, right? Especially in a league where strikeouts aren't really possible. Being able to sort of mop up the sins of your predecessors, really important.
That is a very
absolute efficiency.
Bottom of the 6th for the Muscles, down 6-1. King Boo, Nate, Waluigi up to bat. Best thing you can do is try and get Luigi tired. For some reason, the mod that lets me control the fielding is not active in this game, and so, when Luigi's out, I'm completely at the AI's mercy. Lazy pop fly from King Boo, not the way to tire him out, though. He's just as happy to see that as he is Nate up to bat. Good curveball on the outside again. Luigi's still got him 6 innings deep. Oh, but Nate makes a deep drive at this one. Autumn and Green Toad are underneath it. Good grab from Green Toad. Says, nuh-uh, this is our game. Your ballpark, but our game. And correct me if I'm wrong, Waluigi does get aboard here with a single. But this is looking to be the first game tonight where we actually see the bottom of the 7th. Pickoff attempt at first, no good.
To be fair, that might not necessarily be true. Now it will be true.
Now it's true. Deep drive from Red Yoshi is caught and right. Autumn and Green Shy Guy have got it. I will say, as the Knights owner, very happy with this outfield. They've got the chemistry, they've got the speed, they know what they need to do. Knights are batting me. Green Toad and Brown Critter. I am 0 for 2 today, if I remember right. King Boo, not the pitcher I want to see to try and make something happen tonight. But I am going to get one down. Fireball does not do quite enough to get an extra base, but I do have a single. Green Toad been batting pretty good. Gonna see if he can't get too loaded for Brown Critter. Not what you want to see if you're Nate. Oh, but he doesn't. Green Toad lines to Yellow Pianta at second, makes a good dive. Double play. I really should have just stayed on the bag there. Brown Critter, not who you want to see up in any capacity, but with 2 outs and nobody on, it feels a lot better. You've really limited the damage he's going to be able to do. Start pitch from King Boo. Swung on, gets over, but is in foul territory. Goes for contact this time. Does get it down. The arrow's going to bring it way deep into left. Brown Critter's probably not fast enough to go for a triple, but he is going to take a double.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the CPUs not being able to fully use their speed correctly.
Nuke from Petey Piranha, no chance. I don't think there's an outfield in this league that would have gotten that one. 8-1, Knights. Now King Boo's getting tired. AI doesn't know what to do. They're throwing in whoever they can throw in. Purple Toad. We are now in the pitch by committee phase of this game. But all Purple Toad has to do is record 1 out. Just got to record 1 out and get the muscles away from this. They got to put up a 7 spot, which is not impossible. Yes. Alright, Blue Toad grounds out to Yellow Pianta, who has been pretty good at second base today. Purple Toad, Yellow Shy Guy, Paragoomba up for the muscles. If you need to put up 7 spot, not who I picked to start. But I've been surprised plenty tonight. Not surprised by Petey Piranha, though, making a beautiful grab short.
Yeah, I mean, good that you're making him work for it, right? It's like, you've got to exploit the cracks in this team. Unfortunately, Petey Piranha's just him.
Petey Piranha is him. Makes another diving grab. Muscles are down to their last out. Need a 2-out rally 7 with Paragoomba up. Straight to Brown Critter at second. And that game is going to be 8-1 Knights.
GG.
I will tell you, when I ran this, when I let this save state run on its own earlier, it was a very different game. That one finished in favor of the Knights as well, but it finished 21-5.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, I think Petey had 2 Grand Slams, so this could have gone a lot worse. The run differential not gonna be the end of the world for anybody. And folks, that is gonna be it for the games for tonight. You've got 3 home team wins and 1 away team. Good playing you as well, Nate. You know, I really thought that King Boo was going to last a little longer. I don't know that Purple Toad's pitching is really what you blame there, but you would have liked to see King Boo last a little bit longer than he did. He may end up coming in to bat sooner or later. And you did mention changing the outfield. I think I look forward to seeing some new lineups from the Muscles here. Don't discount yourself. We have got plenty of good baseball coming up next week. First substitution, King Boo over Wario. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I don't know why the code didn't work. I know that the manual fielding adjustments was a bit of a last-minute addition. Next week, all 4 games should have that. I am just very grateful that Luigi managed to pitch a complete game, only letting up 1. That's going to be very good for his ERA. I'm very happy. I really underestimated Luigi when I got him as a captain.
Yeah, Luigi's really solid.
Some beautiful curveballs he's got going on. Some way outside that I might have called balls if I had been in Lakitu's position, but I am not. Now, if everybody wants to hang on here for just a tiny bit longer, I'm going to take a look at next week. Next week for everybody, we've got game one. The August rookies are going to be at the castle. East Zach Monsters, Bowser Jr. versus his father. Good opening match for sure. Game two next week, the Calvin Wilds versus the West Zach Monarchs. Going to be going to the Garden. Peach's Ice Garden, very interesting stadium. We have not seen it yet. I think the deepest ballpark in this game. Certainly not going to see as many home runs as we did this week, but we will see some long doubles. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Game three, Nate Muscles playing the Cowboy Zach Bow is going to go to Yoshi Park. And we have got... Oh, I'm sorry, am I reading this wrong? No, I am not reading this wrong. I just moved the order tonight to make sure Nate could make his game. Which means we've got a hell of a nightcap for you next week, folks. The Iris Fireballs are going to debut against my Knights at the Mansion. Commissioner versus Commissioner. Things are going to get not heated in the press box here. We're professionals, but things are going to get competitive, I think.
I'll be biased.
Well, that's good. Lord knows I am. So
I'm pretty excited to see how my team is going to fare. I'm also pretty excited to debut my my fun Mario reskin.
debuting your reskin. Will I be getting that gecko code anytime soon?
It's not a gecko code. It's a custom texture. I can send them to you and tell you how to put them in there.
All right. Well, if you're dying for it, I think we can allow it. But if we get sued by the MLB for what you're trying to do, I am not taking any responsibility.
All right, sounds good.
And for those of you very knowledgeable about sluggers, by process of elimination, everybody plays once. You may notice we did not see a single bro tonight. That's because Iris has all three of them. Some absolutely devastating hitters are going to be coming into the Mansion next week, and I look forward to seeing it happen. But with all that said, it's 9:08. We've had a beautiful night of baseball. The league has begun in official, and we will see you about 7 o'clock next Wednesday, just before Thanksgiving, if you're available. Iris, anything from you?
I don't think so. Just be sure to follow the channel if you want to get notified for our future games. Congrats to all four of our winners tonight. Best of luck to everyone going forward.
Alrighty. Glad to have all of you here at the NSLB. Thank you and good night.